Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Hello, welcome to Mercy TV Live, your source for news and information on medical cannabis as the issue unfolds here in Oregon, across America, and around the world. Greetings, my name is Perry, and along with Sunny, we'll be hosting this segment of Mercy TV Live. If you have a question, comment, curse, or kudo about medical cannabis or cannabis related in general, give us a call here at 503-588-6444, or just hop on our website at mercycenters.org and send us an email. You can also give us a call at the office or come down to visit. When's the office open?
Well, Monday through Friday, noon to 6. We're open if you're a patient. If you're not a patient, you're looking to help. A lot of people have been coming here lately about their parents and about their own siblings. You guys, there's a lot of this information that's going on that's showing this is really helping people without all the side effects. This is so important, but it's only important to those that are literally going through these medical conditions that take so many kinds of pills and drugs that everybody up until now has said, oh, well, you can't use cannabis. It's bad for you. Well, no, cannabis is good for you. It's really helping those that are very sick. And these are the things we're doing this show for, because you have nobody to ask. Please give us a call. Come by the office, or you can get a hold of us on the website at
www.mercycenters.org. As you're saying, come down and visit also on Wednesday night meetings isn't also a good time to come and make contact, to get information and so forth.
Well, those are times if you are a patient and you need somebody to help you with your garden, then those are the times that people are there and they can help you, and that will help you get your medicine, help you find somebody that's willing to work with you. And you know, that's what you need. A lot of these people I see are going through all these other troubles. Some of them are illegal. It's fine. We are just trying to make patients make sure they have the legal options that they need. It's very important. There's a number of things going on when people are sick and they have enough to worry about, and the medicine, quite frankly, is the last thing you should worry about. You know, you want to be able to have some relief. You want to be able to sleep. You want to be able to eat. All of those things that we just mentioned are so important to people that are sick, because they can't sleep and they can't eat and they feel very bad. So once in a while, like the lady that came in, the cancer lady, and said, you know, the tincture and cookies are the only thing that gives her enough energy that fight the nausea, that allow her to eat and allow her to go throughout the day and do it even though she is sick and feel better. You know, that's so good. That's so good that somebody can come back. The oil, the gentleman this afternoon.
I was just going to say, I mean, we had that conversation today, and in that case, someone was using the oil topically, and it covered pretty much all the bases, all the things that, you know, you use cannabis for. There's the pain issue was the main thing, but also spasticity and inflammation and more, you know, pretty, you know, we're right on down the line. The folks that experienced, you know, migraines or congestion in the chest there, and it was phenomenal. And so, you know, we are really talking about this oil that these folks have been using. And it's not the highly concentrated Rick Simpson oil that has a rather sophisticated process that folks need to go through and risks associated with it. This is one that's very simple, just a matter of mixing your cannabis with the various, God, what would you call that, extractors? Or?
Well, the grapeseed oil and coconut oil are very good extractors. And you guys, you can use anything that is an extractor. All those oils are extractors in one way or another. The thing is this, you want to do the best that you possibly can do, because if you're the one that's hurting, you want to feel better and have the best chance to feel the best you can do.
Right.
And these are the things that we have to talk about, because nobody wants to really talk about it, and those are the things that make us feel better. And if that's going to help you feel better, then you should know how to do it. I mean, the gentleman that was in today said that that lasted him 4 to 6 hours for the first time in years.
Right.
First time in years, all the pills that he took did nothing, did not even touch it. And this actually touched it and held it for 4 to 6 hours. And these are the stories that I like to share, because you guys, I'm not making it up. The gentleman was in. He's a veteran. He has serious issues. He's had serious issues, and he's been on all of the pills that, you know, the standard issue, we start here and we go through all of these different pain pills, and then we go through all these different pain treatments, then we go through all these different shots. And those are the things that this gentleman had went through and said, I've never felt nothing like this oil. It just totally made me feel so relaxed, and the pain was gone. And I wasn't like thinking about it every moment. Well, that is what we're here to share. You know, there's a lot of legislative stuff going on, Perry. What is the latest with that PTSD campaign?
Well, there again, all the issues surrounding cannabis as medicine, or cannabis, you know, the issue itself, come out to play with that. Fortunately, the PTSD bill, or the bill to add post-traumatic stress disorder to the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program, was voted through on the Senate. So it's passed the Senate and is heading to the House there, where we'll face some committee, maybe more, one or more committees, and then we'll go to the House floor for a vote. So folks need to call their representative and get them to vote yes on measure or Senate Bill 281 when it comes before their representative. And if you don't know who your representative is or how to get a hold of them, you can definitely visit our website at mercycenters.org, where we have links to that and can get you all the information. Also, folks can come into the Mercy Center at 1745 Capitol Street Northeast. Again, we're open Monday through Friday, noon to 6, and you can pick up the same information. And get informed, stay informed, and educate your friends and neighbors. Also, the Oregon Cannabis Connection is there, and then it has a whole list of the bills that are happening. We also have Senate Bill 40, which is reduced penalties for possession. We have Senate Bill 82, which is to remove the 6-month driver's license suspension, and Senate Bill 794, which is to add reciprocity to the Oregon medical marijuana law here in Oregon, as well as remove the requirement that folks have to fill in a grow site.
Well, you know, all of these very important things. The main thing I would like to stress tonight is that we have so much very good hope for those people in the hospital that are watching the show tonight, Perry. There is so many things that every doctor, every nurse, every treatment, you guys, I know all of that. They've talked it to you. They told you what they were going to do, how they were going to do it, how long it's going to last, how long it's going to take, how many side effects you're going to have, how many more pills you're going to have to take for those side effects. And that's what I'm talking about. We don't have no side effects. We might get some sleep. We might actually be able to eat. Those are the side effects. So if we can get some sleep and we can get some rest, and eat with the rest, it will help us heal whatever those conditions are. And if you haven't talked to your doctor, please bring it up. Ask them the questions in the hospital, because you guys, they're going to keep doing these standard procedures that everybody's been going through and are having serious problems with. And then when they find out about cannabis, they go, wow, I wish somebody would have told me this a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years. And there's a lot of people out there in that hospital tonight that have been going through what I've just said for years of pills and treatments and side effect pills. And what they need today is to try some cookies or try some pancakes or try some oil. Everybody, like the guy today said, well, I always thought you had to smoke it.
Right.
You do not have to smoke it. Smoking is not a problem with trying to help get some benefit from the cannabis. There's things like the oils, like the tinctures, like the butters. All of those things are not harmful in any way, and you guys, they can be used. Your doctor will even talk to you about vaporizing. Vaporizing is hot air. Everybody knows that hot air blown over some cannabis will allow those oils to be turned into a vapor, and once you breathe in those vapors, it really gives you some good relief of your nausea, of your pain, of your spasms, whatever the particular, like the gentleman with the Parkinson's disease.
Right.
When he's able to breathe in a little bit of it, it like slowed it down. Those are the things that people need to know about, that's going on, and that you can try it. Or like Perry said earlier about the breathing. When you're breathing and you have problems in your lungs and you have congestion in your head, you can use oil and rub it on your face, through your sinus cavities, and through your chest where your lungs are, and in the back of your body, and rub that oil through there, and will actually allow you to breathe, where like most people got to go to a doctor and have a very expensive breathing treatment done. And in the process of that breathing treatment done, there's a lot of side effects that go on with those breathing treatments. And I'm not saying they don't work, and I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that are sensitive to that stuff that could use oils that would never have any issues, because the gentleman that came in said his people were in the hospital, and now they're not even in the hospital no more. They're not sick. And what a blessing. What a great news. Anybody listening to the hospital can go, wow, I can't wait for tomorrow. Oh, it's the weekend. Well, maybe Monday you can talk to your doctor on Monday. You know, that's the main thing, trying to get to somebody that will help you at least look into it. You will have an opportunity to say, you know what, this is really something I need to look into for me. You want to feel better. You want to have a quality of life. The words quality of life usually don't come up until right now, when you're at your worst. Now you're at your worst, you're feeling your worst, you've been like this forever. Your quality of life is the issue. Well, yes, and cannabis can make that a very good turnaround in your life. And it's always the last thing anybody says, well, I never believed cannabis would help me. Well, no, cannabis can help you. You need to look into it and try it. Come by the office. We're open Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 503-363-4588, or get a hold of us on the website at
www.mercycenters.org. There you'll find information on how to get your card, where to find medicine now, where to find a grower, or how to get growing yourself, best methods on medicating like we're talking about here, and changes, whether or not you need to make a change, or there's pending legislation, how to make changes, how to add conditions to the program, pending bills and legislation, how to do initiatives. Also, there's about a half dozen bills at the federal level in U.S. Congress and Senate, and we need to contact representatives at that level also and get them to vote yes on all the cannabis law reform bills that are rattling around up there at the federal level. So in addition to contacting your representative on Senate Bill 281, which is to add PTSD, and also contacting them on Senate Bill 40, Senate Bill 82. There's also House Bill 3460, which is to create medical cannabis facilities here in Oregon, and that would allow folks to dispense it if they so needed. So that's an important thing coming up. But last and no means least is 3371, which is legalization, and basically that would make it medical for everybody, Sonny, you know, end this whole mess, because really that's medical cannabis's problem here in Oregon is prohibition. That's what's holding it back and all.
And when I see all those things going on, you know, it's like this. We have this opportunity today. Laws are breaking all over the United States. But hey, I'm talking about my brother, my sister, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, maybe your children. You know, there's a lot of things going on. The gentleman that was talking to me early, all he could say was about the side effects. Well, because he has lived side effects for so long, he forgot what the condition is. A lot of people are like that. You really get caught up, and then your condition is not necessarily working for to be legal as a cannabis user, because whatever the particular thing is, but you know what? You have so much nausea, you have so much pain with that condition that's what's qualifying with the condition itself. It's not the condition, it's that pain or the nausea you're having from the pills they're giving you for the condition. So now you're having nausea and having to take extra nausea for the pills, and by doing that, you just have to do these things and say, wow, you know what, I am going to have to try this cannabis and say, maybe this nausea will work. I can cut out 5 or 6 pills a day, 2 or 3 times a day, and right there's 10 to 15 pills you can cut out of your diet and not have nausea. That's what we need to do to share with each other, that find out that, you know what, that is so good for you. For you as the person that is trying to do the best and not go through all of that. Cannabis, by eating of some butter, put a little butter in your oatmeal, put a little butter on your toast. Do whatever you can to try to get a little bit of that into your diet, and watch that you can sleep, and watch that you can actually probably eat some nourishing food that up until now you haven't been able to have any nourishment, because the only thing you can eat is terrible for you. You throw it up, and then you're on this cycle, and you're trying to take more pills because you threw up your pills. Everybody knows that's the cycle. If you can get some cannabis, you can at least try and get some nourishment where you'll hold those pills down and not have to keep retaking them. That's it. Well, because everybody's going through all of the pills, and it's a pill cycle. The thing is this, if we can use some cannabis, or like I said, even the oil on the people with arthritis, or you got all these bad joint, hip, leg, neck, back, you can take this oil and rub it on and actually get relief, and actually have yourself go, I think I might be able to bend, I might be able to move, because it allows you some fluid movement in the body part that is stiff, where prior to the oil, you couldn't move it. It hurt and it was stiff that you couldn't bend. Now it barely hurts, a little achy, but you can bend it. There's a relief, and that is part of quality of life, what we were talking earlier. People that can't bend or walk wish they could bend or walk, because that is what the oil allows them to do. And you can do that by eating the oil, by using the oil in foods and eating that, and trying to use whatever kind of food that you like, that you can put cannabis into, and not the raw product. You can use the raw product. That lady that brought those cookies by the other day, they were fine.
Like we were telling folks today when they were talking about the difference between the cold fusion and cooking the oil. If you just put the oil in with the cannabis, let it soak in and stir it up and then extract it from there, you're going to get all of it. But if you heat it up, you're going to end up and then strain it out, you're going to leave some of that behind in the mash there, in that residue part. So there's those two things there. But when you talk about butter, you mean, of course, canna butter.
Right.
And that's actually a very simple process to make. We talked about earlier about the Rick Simpson oil, or hemp oil, as it's come to be known, which is very heavily concentrated. And the oil that we're talking here is ones where it's concentrated all right, and probably just as much as the Rick Simpson, but it's not in that little bit of matter. You know, it's got that oil that's easily used and worked into the skin over the surface, and helps not just with the pain, the swelling, the inflammation and stuff, but also if you have skin conditions, if you have burn injuries, things of that nature, it also is effective in that case.
A lot of people have different kinds of skin variations of skin cancer and everything around it and below it. This oil has seen, like when you use it after a week, you'll notice that it's all healing up. The bruises, the cuts, the abrasions, every raw spot that you have on your body, use the oil, and it literally heals the oil and helps the skin grow back, and you'll notice such a positive, and that's all you do is add the oil, and you don't have to do anything to it, just add the oil and put it on, apply it a few times a day, and it works so good. I mean, I got more calls this week about cancer in their nose and ear. We've already had a couple people with cancer of nose and ear, and they put it on and they used it after all their surgeries, and you can't even tell that there was anything wrong with their nose or their ear. And today, I'm still getting it in. I mean, I want to go to the cancer guy that does nose and ear. Well, because I've got all the people coming to us and using the oil and coming back with such positive 150% results. Because one day their nose is ate up, next time they come back, their nose is cleaned and clear, and it's happened more than once, and it's happened more than twice, and these people are coming in out of nowhere, and these are the things that we keep getting to see, so I'm really liking the fact that somebody's going to get some real benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Those are the
Excuse
things
me,
we can...
gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
We have a phone call in
Well, we have a call. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can you use that oil without a prescription?
No, to use the cannabis oil legally, you would need to get your medical cannabis card here in Oregon.
Okay, so we can't get the possible stuff without a prescription.
Not without the authorization. It's not, technically, it's not a prescription. You won't be able to go to a pharmacy and get it.
So I could get a doctor's recommendation?
You'll need to get a doctor's recommendation to get your authorization, yes.
And then can I get that information off your website?
Yes, absolutely. It's at mercycenters.org.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, and if you can't find it, please send us an email at info@mercycenters.org, and we'll direct you right to it.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay,
Best wishes to you.
thank you.
See, that's the biggest thing. People get confused. Do I need a prescription? Do I get a prescription? Do I... Well, the deal is you have to have a qualifying condition that you can have your doctor actually sign off on the cannabis approval, and a lot of doctors are not signing off on the approval. So that's why we need to have... Thank you so much for all of the things that we're trying to do here tonight. Please understand that all we truly are trying to do is help those that need the help. Cannabis has been so lied about, and so many people are getting so much help, and the real deal is that people out there, like in the audience watching, just need to find out good information about how to help themselves feel better and have a quality of life, Perry. And that's what we're trying to do through these shows, is give people a chance to have a quality of life, because up till now, a lot of us people, a lot of us patients have not had quality of life. In fact, I know a lot of people, they forgot what it was like to have quality of life. This will allow people to have a quality of life, and today, if that's the start of today, to have a quality of life, wow, what a blessing. You know, Perry, a lot of people never even knew cannabis would do this much.
No, it's been a real godsend for the folks that discover it and are able to have access to it. It's good medicine. It's safe, effective medicine. No one's died from using it, which the same can't be said for pretty much all the other medications out there. Heck, even aspirin and coffee, caffeine, have lethal dosage levels of those things. But still, it continues to be maligned, and it's an effort to do outreach, inform, and educate, and even activate folks to get their card for themselves or their loved one, or at least pay attention to these bills that we've got going on here. You know, we talked, there's a Senate Bill 281. It's going to add PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, to the medical marijuana program, and that's much needed, folks. If you can, go to our website, follow that testimony, and see there how much it's much needed. and contact your representative, and then also contact your senators, and make sure that they vote yes on the bills coming out of the House into them, and then go contact your U.S. Representatives. But educate. Certainly, as the lady who called before, we need to educate about the prescription process. We have folks telling us that their doctor is afraid to prescribe smoked medicine, and it's okay, there's not a prescription, and there's more than smoking.
Well, and if you need that kind of information, or you need somebody to go to your doctor with you, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us have been to doctors, a lot of us have went to others' doctors and talked. So please don't feel like you're some special case that nobody understands and you'll feel stupid. Don't feel stupid. Come and get some help. These are the things that we're doing every day. We're a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
We're only here because all the patients spend all their days down there helping others that need the help, and answering the phone calls and going through all of the different paperwork that people bring in and trying to use for doctor records, because all we need are chart notes.
Mm-hmm.
Once you bring in those chart notes, we can literally take those chart notes and get them to doctor, and doctor will approve you for the cannabis if that's what you need. If you don't need that, then we can help you find a grower or find some plants,
mm-hmm.
or like the oil, learn how to cook the oil.
Yep.
These are things that patients need to know how to do, so they don't have to have others trying to always do things for them and never know really what kind of product you're getting.
Right.
At least if you do it, you know what kind of product you're getting, or at least if you do it with all these people that you know that are growing, that are helping with your garden, that is always a plus, because you get consistency in your medicine, and all the products, the oils, the foods, the
mm-hmm.
butters, will allow all of that to come on, and then you are going, well, at least I know now that I have consistent medicine versus all over the place, don't know where it came from, don't know what was used. A lot of that's going on today because the market is so open, and I say try and find some others that can help you, and then know that you don't have no worries.
Absolutely. Especially at Mercy, the Medical Cannabis Resource Center, a nonprofit, all volunteer. We operate as a cooperative, patient-to-patient networking of resources. We don't charge for anything. So come on down, get information, try to get on the list to match up to growers and patients. Check us out on Wednesdays when we encourage folks to bring their excess medicine and parse it out there. So if you're needing medicine, that's a good time and place to come and get some.
Every week we're open. We do this show every Friday night. If you have questions, please call us and let us know that there's some things you have questions about, because nobody's going to answer them like we will, and we have the information.
Yeah, that's right. People helping you to get to the same place that they're at, from the same place you're at now. And again, it's not someone trying to rip you off or take advantage of you or sell some nonsense or thing. Just people to people. So encourage you to check it out and to talk it up amongst your friends and neighbors.
Well, and your doctor. Even if you're not in the hospital, talk to your regular care physician tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him you heard this show. Tell him you looked up on, you found some information out. It's very easy to research. Cannabis is very good medicine. It's just an alternative that everybody told us before was no good.
Right on. So now you have all the facts. Come and get some more information down at the Mercy Center, but definitely tune in here next Friday, 7 o'clock. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Perry, and thanks to all our volunteers at CCTV.
We'll see you next time on Mercy TV Live. Bye now.
Bye.
You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.